Welcome all of you to the public speaking class. Today, this is our first class of public speaking. So let's learn what is public speaking and what can you do with public speaking. So public speaking is a very interesting topic, and we need it in our daily life when we are teacher, when we are like working as any public speaker, when we're addressing any audience. So in that case, we need public speaking. We need to learn that. So for public speaking, you need to gain confidence. You need to be very much confident about your topic, about what you are presenting, about your body language, everything. So let's see what is public speaking and how you can develop public speaking. So now I will share one PPT. Just a second. Okay. Now, what is public speaking? Public speaking is basically a presentation that's given live before an audience. So it's a live presentation. When you are addressing any audience, then you have to be live. Public speeches can cover a wide variety of different topics. The goal of the speech may be to educate, entertain, or influence the listeners. So your topic can be different. You can have different goals. Like it can cover a wide range of topics, and it may educate the audience, entertain the audience, or influence the listeners. So often, visual aids in the form of an electronic slideshow are used to supplement the speech. This makes it more interesting to the listener. Okay, so the goal of the speech is to educate, entertain, or influence. So maybe you can use some visual aids also, because visual aids attract the audience more. Like 65% people, it's a research that they get attracted to the visual aids rather than some written text. Now, public speaking presentation is different from an online presentation. The online presentation is available anytime. A public speech is typically limited to a specific time or a place. So it's different from an online presentation. So when you are presenting something online and when you are presenting something live, it is very difficult, and it's different also. And the online presentation is available anytime, but public speech is typically limited to specific time or place. But if you can record the speech, then it is available. So online presentations often use slideshow, or they use pre-recorded videos of a speaker. This includes recordings of a live video speaking presentation. So online presentation often use some slideshow, or they use pre-recorded videos of a speaker, and this includes recordings. Yeah, what I said, that you can record the public speaking and you can listen to it later. So because speaking in public is done before a live audience, you need to consider some special factors. We will touch on those shortly. Now you have got an understanding of the meaning of public speaking. So let's take a quick look at the history of public speaking. Okay. What is the importance of public speaking? If I ask you, what do you think? Like, what is the importance of public speaking? Now, if you ask most people, they will probably say they don't like public speech. They may even admit to being afraid of it, since fear of public speaking is a very common fear. Because we may feel a little bit inconfident. We may not feel we can handle the audience. Maybe while you are speaking something like live audience in front of a live audience, then you may face some kind of questions. Maybe you have to face some kind of challenges. For this thing, some people get afraid. So for those reasons, many people avoid speaking in public if they can. So if you are one of those people who avoid speaking in public, you are missing out. So we need to get uh, get rid of this fear to become a confident public speaker to deliver good speech. Over the years, public speaking in communication has played a major role in education, government, and business. Words have the power to inform, persuade, educate, and even entertain. And the spoken word can be even more powerful than the written word in the hands of the right speaker. Whether you are a small business owner or a student, you will benefit from improving your public speaking skills. Some benefits speaking in public improves uh, confidence. You have to research your topic better and stronger deductive skills, ability to advocate for causes, and more. So these things you need to practice while you are going for a public speaking. So you have to improve your confidence. You have to research better, and you can have stronger deductive skills, and you can ability to advocate for causes. And there are so more reasons. Now, how you can become a better public speaker? Now, you understand the benefits of public speaking. You might be a little more interested in the topic, still you might think it's not for you. So maybe you gave a speech once and it didn't go well. Maybe you are afraid of speaking in public, or maybe you think you don't have a natural ability for giving speeches. The truth is that speaking in public is a skill, and you can learn any skill. While some people may have more natural speaking ability than others, anyone can be a better public speaker. So it's not like that somebody is a born public speaker. It's not like that. If you also gain confidence, you also speak better, then you can also become a good public speaker. So it just takes some know-how and some effort. Now, to help you become better at giving public speeches, we will take a look at the 5 areas: writing the speech, overcoming a fear of speaking, practicing your presentation slide designs, and giving the speech. So these are five areas where you need to concentrate before going for a public speaking. You have to write the speech. You have to make a speech from before. You can overcome a fear if you practice in front of the mirror, in front of someone. You can avoid the fear. You can overcome it. You can practice the speech. You can prepare your presentation slide designs, and you can give the speech. So write an effective speech. The first thing you will want to do is work on writing a well-organized and engaging speech, because even a great speaking voice or a great deal of charisma isn't enough if your material isn't any good. So you have to choose your topic very wisely. Sometimes your topic is not good, your content is not good, then uh, audience will lose interest in you. The following tutorials can help you learn to write better speeches. So number 2 is overcome the fear of speaking. Now, how can you do that? The only thing is you have to practice in front of the mirror, in front of someone. How much you will practice, you will overcome your fear of speaking. So fear of public speaking is very real and can hold you back if you let it. So there are many people who face this one. If you don't feel confident when giving a speech, your listeners may pick up on that. So this can make your presentation less effective. Unfortunately, there are some techniques to help manage the fear of speaking in public. They also help you become more confident. Now you have to practice the speech. Even if you are not afraid of speaking in public, practice helps you give a more effective speech. So if you are in a rush, you may be tempted to skip practicing your speech to save time. While speaking, skipping practice may seem like a good idea, it's really not. So practicing your speech improves your public presentation skills. It also increases your familiarity with the presentation. As a result, your speech will go smoothly. This tutorial includes a handy checklist to help you practice your speech. So even if you're not afraid, you have to practice your speech. And if you are in a rush, you may be tempted to skip practicing your speech to save time. While skipping practice may seem like a good idea, it's really not. So you cannot skip your practice. Practicing your speech improves your public presentation skills. It also increases your familiarity with the presentation. As a result, your speech will go smoothly. This tutorial, there is a tutorial. Now you have to prepare your presentation slide designs. So if you are presenting something in PowerPoint, you have to make the slide design. You will want to make sure it looks professional and is easy to read. Luckily, you can find plenty of modern and professional presentation templates uh, on this graphic wizard and Inventor elements. There are some examples given. You can use that. You will also want to download the complete guide to marketing great presentations ebook now. Download it for free with a subscription to the Tuts Plus Business newsletter. Learn how to get your ideas formed into a powerful presentation that will move your audience. And don't forget to make use of tools like PowerPoint, Google Slides, and Keynote. The right template for your slide deck can make a huge difference in your presentation. Here are some of the best presentation templates out there. So let me show you some good presentation sample. See, I'm sharing my screen. So there is a website, bizme.co. You can make your presentation from here. You can see your templates, like so many things are there: presentation, infographics, branded templates, chart, maps, video, social media graphics, case studies are there. So you can use this one. You can also use Canva. Let me show you. Same as this with me. So there is another one, this slides go. You can also use this presentation, these templates in your presentation. So there are so many, like education, business, marketing, medical, multi-purpose, everything is there. So you can just download it and you can use it. Okay. So let's get back. Now you have to write a good speech. You feel more confident about giving a speech in public, and if you have practiced, you're ready to actually give the speech. Then there are some tips and tricks you can use on the day of your speech to make it more smoothly. So remember, you were giving a presentation before a live audience, a specific place and time. So you have got some concerns about the speaking venue, and those who give online presentations don't have to worry about. Some common concerns are: will the audience be able to hear me? Does the venue have the equipment I need, or are there enough seats for all my listeners? So these are some concerns. Like I told you that while you were giving an online presentation and while you were giving one public presentation, so those two are different. Maybe you can check with the organizer, like are there enough seats, or do you have all the equipments, or like are you audible for all the audience or not? You can check all these things. Now there are some public speaking example. I will show you some video. So TED Talk is there. Now public speaking examples are really great for learning or improving a new skill that applies to speaking in public as well. So if you get the chance to listen to some top rated public speakers, you can do it. So you can observe how other speakers go about giving their speech. So what we have discussed, so what is public speaking we have discussed. Now what is the importance of it? Then what are the things you have to keep in mind? You have to improve your confidence. You have to research better. Then you must have stronger deductive skills. Should have the ability to advocate for causes, and there are more. So there are 5 quick tips. So you can write the speech before while you are going somewhere. You have to prepare your speech before. Then you have to practice it to overcome your fear of speaking, and you can prepare your presentation slide designs and you can give the speech. So you can write an effective speech. You can overcome the fear. You can practice the speech, and this presentation templates you can use in your presentation. There are some example, and I also showed you like from where you can use it. Now I will show you some public speaking example.
Most people who come to speak at TED are here because they've succeeded. I'm here because I haven't. For the last 10 years, I have been helping conference speakers, business leaders, entrepreneurs to prepare and deliver powerful presentations. And in those same 10 years, TED has shown that presentations can and should be both enjoyable and effective. But 10 years on, despite TED and despite my best efforts at schools, at conferences, at companies, most presentations still do this to their audiences. So, have I failed? No, I just haven't succeeded yet. And to succeed in making all presentations resonate with their audience, I need your help. That's why I'm here. So I'd like to share with you the 3 magic ingredients of powerful presentations. Okay, let's just pause there for a moment. Now, I've told you what I'm going to say. The question you should be asking is, so what? What's in it for me? Why should I care? And that is a really important question because the first magic ingredient is, in fact, the audience. The audience is the magic ingredient in every presentation. This is not my talk, it's yours. Every presentation should be made to measure for a specific audience in a specific context. So why should you care about the magic ingredients of great presentations? Well, it's very important, right? It's really important to understand that we all have to listen to presentations. Wouldn't it be great if they weren't all so boring? But we don't just listen to presentations, we also have to give presentations, right? How many of you ever have to give presentations? I think if we're honest, we all do. Sooner or later, at school, at work, and also in interviews, we all have to present with or without slides. And it's how well we present that will make a huge difference to how well we succeed. That's why you should care. So that's the first magic ingredient, the audience. Always make it special for them. The second magic ingredient is the speaker. Now, okay, you're probably looking at me and thinking, well, Phil, not very magical. Thanks, by the way. But it's really important that you put something of yourself in there, something only you can say. This doesn't mean you tell them what you had for breakfast, but it does mean that if someone else could give the exact same presentation in your place, then you didn't put anything personal into it. And that matters because when you share, we care. So show why you care. Show why it's important to you. Tell us examples and stories from your experience. And that will make it more personal and more memorable. So those are the first 2 magic ingredients, the audience and the speaker. I know it doesn't sound very magical, but you'd be amazed how many presentations have neither of them. So the third magic ingredient is transformation. Now, most presentations aim only to inform their audience, and it doesn't work very well. Let me take out my magic wand here, because I'm going to do a disappearing trick. Because, like this guy, we forget most of what we hear very quickly indeed. But good presentations are not about information. They are about transformation. They are about changing something in what your audience believes, in what they feel, in what they do. Imagine you are making a pitch to raise funds for a project or a startup. After your pitch, the audience knows everything they need to know, but they don't fund you. Did you succeed? No. Now imagine that after your pitch, your audience does give you the funds, because they feel confident and trusting, and they believe that your project will be successful and it's a good investment. All of that is not information, it's transformation. So it's easy for me to say, don't inform, transform, but how? Well, Every magician needs a magic wand, and here is yours. It's called the Audience Transformation Roadmap. This is a really simple but amazingly powerful technique to understand what your transformational objectives are and then to brainstorm what you can say, show, and do to transform your audience. So here's how it works. To understand how to take your audience on a transformational journey, you first need to work out where they are starting from. So we ask ourselves 4 simple questions. What does my audience know before my presentation? What do they know about the subject? What do they believe? What do they feel? Now, the difference between believing and feeling is something that you think, feeling is an emotion. So, for example, I believe it's time for dinner. I feel hungry. See the difference? Right. So, what do they know? What do they believe? What do they feel? And lastly, what do they do? Now, this could be nothing. Maybe they do nothing relevant, or maybe they do something that you need to change. So once you've worked out where they are before, you can then take them to where you want them to go afterwards. And we ask the same 4 questions, but in the reverse order. So now we know what they do before. What do we want them to do after the presentation?